guys, thanks so much for tuning in again today. I hope you're doing well. So today I had an idea to do a video that's a little different than anything else I've ever done before. I wanted to show you guys how to do a makeup touch-up. So right now, this makeup has been on my face since about 6 o'clock or 6:30 this morning, and it is about 8 o'clock at night. So, surprisingly, it has lasted pretty well. You can definitely see, some greasiness, some redness, the eyeshadow is starting to come off, and in general, it's just not looking, as bright, as fresh as it could be. So, for those of us that work or that we go to school and you're busy, you don't have time to touch up your makeup during the day, but maybe you want to transition your daytime look into more of a nighttime look, I'm going to show you guys what you can do to sort of just freshen up your makeup and keep it looking good for when you go out at night or if you have a date or something like that. So, the first thing that I would do is if my face was excessively oily, I would take a blotting paper and I would probably just get rid of the excess oil. Surprisingly, it doesn't look too bad for having worn this foundation for over 10 hours. Today I'm wearing Estee Lauder Double Wear Light. It's just a sample. I don't have the full size, but I can do a review kind of video on that if you guys are interested. But what I would do is, like I said, go ahead and blot with a blotting paper if you have one, if you have a lot of excess oil. And then I would go ahead and take a blotting powder. I'm just going to go ahead and take the MAC Blot Powder. And it looks like this. And I have this in medium dark, which is probably a little dark for me, but these powders run really light. So I wouldn't recommend getting it this dark, but I think I got this like when it was summer or something. But so you just take the puff and then just kind of dab it onto your forehead, your nose, and my T-zone is really the area that gets the most oily. But just kind of pat that all over your face. Next, I'm going to go ahead and brighten up my under eye area, and to do that, I'm going to take my Clinique All About Eyes Concealer, and I'm just going to put a little dab of that onto the back of my hand, just about that much. That's really all you need. And then I'm going to take my Sigma E25 blending brush. This is a synthetic brush. This is just one of the ones you get for free from Sigma. I'm going to kind of dab that in the product and just kind of stamp some of that under my eyes. Okay. And then once you kind of stamped it, I like to just pat it to blend it in. And then kind of bring it down into a V shape. And don't forget to get the sides of your eye there. And this sort of will just help brighten up your eye, under eye area, get rid of any like fallout that has kind of like eyeshadow or eyeliner or mascara fallout that has kind of gotten under your eyes throughout the day. And like once you've patted it in, I just kind of swirl it, blend it out, and surprisingly the color is actually looking okay right now. And if you have any extra concealer, you can just like get it around your nose, or I get a lot of redness on my chin. My chin is the area for me that gets really red. Now this is under eye concealer, so it's not really made for the face, but I don't really see the problem with just dusting a little bit of this onto areas that are looking a little red. And I really like to use this brush because it's fluffy, it's synthetic, it blends really well, and it doesn't apply the product too heavily. Sometimes I feel like traditional concealer brushes are just a little much. Okay, so now that my under eye area has been lightened up and my skin is looking matte again, I'm going to take my Tarte Cheek Stain and Flush, and this is super easy. You just press it up to make it come out, and just you can either apply directly to the cheeks, you can swirl with your finger, whatever you like. I'm just going to apply directly to the cheeks, just a couple swipes of it, And it looks kind of like Bozo-esque right now, like with these bright pink circles. But basically you just take your fingers, dab, and kind of pat it in circular motions. Bring it up towards the back of the cheekbone. Do the same thing for the other side. You can smile if you need a little guidance for where your apples of your cheeks are. But I prefer to pat these rather than rub. Like I kind of said with the concealer, whenever you rub things, it kind of like makes the coverage or makes the pigmentation of the product dissipate. And I just like to make things as pigmented as possible because I really like a bright cheek look. And I think that this cheek stain is absolutely gorgeous. It's one of my favorite colors. Now you could leave it like this, or you could kind of go another step further and you could put a mineralized skin finish over it, or you could put another blush over it. But you don't really need to. I think it looks really good the way it is. Just for the purpose of this video, I guess I'll just show you what I would do to layer it. Okay, I'll just take a blush. This is Nars Amour. Very lightly. This is really pigmented. Smile. Just get a little bit on the apples. It kind of just helps the color pop a little bit more. And it also helps set the cheek stain because these are a little tacky if you don't like that. So then that's a real bright blush. And when I usually wear blush this bright, I don't want to put a bronzer on top of that. So I'm just going to keep this. I'm not going to put a bronzer on. And then next, this is the eyeshadow that I was wearing today. It's the Nars Hard Candy Baked Eyeshadow Duo in Rush Hour. And I'm just going to go ahead and touch this up. I'm going to take the lighter side of the two and just a flat eyeshadow brush. Get a little bit of that color. And kind of touch up the brow bone area. And then also the inner kind of corner area and then the lid. And then do the same thing on the other eye. And then I'm going to take a little kind of crease brush like this. This is an Aveda one. And pick up a little bit of the darker color. And these aren't that pigmented, which is kind of nice in a way because they're a little foolproof. Like you can't really mess it up. And just do like a little windshield wiper motion in the crease there. And just kind of blend it out. That's basically all you need to do. Kind of gives that little more dramatic pop of color. And then I'm going to go in and touch up my eyeliner. This is the Estee Lauder, just a brown eyeliner. Got in the Glamorous Golden free gift. And I think for the night you can kind of wing it out a little bit more. So I like to just kind of pull up, kind of create a line, and just wing that a little bit. I'm personally a fan of pencil eyeliner. I know a lot of people love the felt tip, the cream, gel, or the liquids. I'm not good at those, so I always stick with just like the pencil eyeliner. So just kind of touch it up. You don't want to totally reinvent the wheel on this. Just, you know, less is more. So there is the eyeliner. I think my bottom lash is looking okay. Maybe just smudge it out a little bit more. Get my waterline a little bit. And that is pretty much it for the eye makeup. Very simple. Neutral eye. Pretty easy. And then at this point, depending on what mascara you're using, you can try and touch up your mascara. Some say not to curl your eyelashes when there's mascara on them, but I'm just going to ignore that rule. Just curl them a little bit. Kind of helps perk them up a little. And I don't even think I need any more mascara. I think they're looking pretty good. So that's just how I would kind of touch up my makeup before I go out. If the blush is a little intense, you can just blend it out with some kind of fluffy big brush. This is a Sigma F25. So I'm just kind of blending that out a little. The cheeks are a little dramatic right now, but I wanted to make sure that you guys could see it because sometimes I feel like the lighting washes me out. So that is pretty much the finished look. It's just an example of what you can do to kind of amp up your makeup look at the end of the day, kind of absorb some excess oil, and kind of just retouch your makeup. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thanks so much for watching, and leave a comment below if you have any questions. Bye!